Tampa Bay, last season, they had Tom Brady. Tom Brady retired. So the team's going to look a lot different on the offensive end, which could be a good thing or a bad thing, right? Depending on who you ask. Not ask. Who you ask. Gotta get that in there. All right. So, no Leonard Fournette, no Tom Brady. Buccaneers were 25th in scoring last year. Now they got a new quarterback in Baker Mayfield. So Baker Mayfield will now have the keys to the castle, to the Tampa Bay castle, and he will be leading the offense. He still will have some pretty good wide receivers, right? I mean, he's still going to have Godwin, still going to have Mike Evans, and we'll see what Baker can do with those weapons. The defense was solid last year, not as good. You know, the defense has been fairly consistent over the last 3 years, at least statistically. I know stats don't really tell the full story, but you've seen the statistically drop off with the offense last season compared to the first 3 years. The last 3 years previously before last season, right? This was a top 5 offense up until last year, where they were pretty much in the second bottom half of the league. So we'll see what happens now with this team. They went 8-9. They made the wild card round. They lost in the wild card. They were first in the division. They lost in the wild card game. So I think Tampa takes another step back. This is another one of these teams that was first in the division, made the playoffs, that will not make the playoffs this year. I'm telling you right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will not make the playoffs, and we're going to see this team take a major step back. I just don't think that offensively Baker Mayfield is going to be able to do more than what Tom Brady did. Tom Brady threw for nearly 5,000 yards, and the team still was 25th in scoring and 15th in yards per game. So what is Baker Mayfield going to do differently than what Tom Brady did? So with that being said, let's get to the schedule. We like the team. I mean, look, like I said, Evans, Godwin, pretty good weapons there for Baker Mayfield to have, and we'll see what he can do with it. I think defense will still be pretty good, solid. And I just think that if the Tampa Bay is going to win a lot of games this year, it's probably going to be because of the defense. In many cases, they're going to have to bail them out. And that's what I believe. I could be wrong. Baker Mayfield could come out and be the next coming of Jesus Christ. And then Tampa's on their way to another division title. But I just don't see it. So, the schedule. Week 1, on the road, taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins and those Vikings. 1 o'clock game on CBS. We're going to give the Vikings a win here, so Tampa falls 0-1. Week 2, home opener against the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields coming into town. Fields versus Mayfield. Who wins? I'm going to give the edge to Justin Fields here, and Tampa Bay falls to 0-2. Week 3, home to the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts comes to town. This is going to be a Monday night game. ABC 7:15 start in Tampa. Guess who wins? The Philadelphia Eagles. Week 4 at New Orleans, taking on the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr and the new founded New Orleans offense. Can Tampa stop them? They will. Bucs get their first win of the year at New Orleans. Then they have a bye week. So now the team is 1-3. Bye week is here. People are talking. Is Mayfield really the guy? Should they go to Kyle Trash? Who knows what the receivers are talking. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're upset because they're not getting the ball. Who knows? What we do know is something may change, or maybe nothing will change. Maybe Tampa understands that this year they're not going to be very good, and they should probably play for a top pick. Maybe. Who knows? Week 6, home to the Detroit Lions, loss. Week 7, home to the Atlanta Falcons, win. And then things hit bad for Tampa Bay. They will lose after they go on a stretch where their next, after week 7, their next 4 of their next 5 games will be on the road, and this is where their season will officially end. Right here. Week 8 at Buffalo, loss. Week 9 at Houston, loss. They come back home briefly to take on Tennessee, loss. Then they go to San Francisco, loss. Then they go to Indianapolis, whatever. They go to Indy, loss. So they'll be on a 5-game loser streak, 6 of their last 7. That's the end of their season. They're done. The season is officially over. It's like stick a fork in them at this point. Week 12 is over. Maybe they benching Mayfield at this point. Maybe they went to see what Kyle Trask has. Let's see what he got. By week 12, something will happen. A major change will happen. Week 13, home to Carolina, W. Week 14, 15, and 16 will be all losses at Atlanta, at Green Bay, and home to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then they'll put on a 2-game winning streak to finish the year to play themselves out of a top draft pick. They'll win home to New Orleans, and they will beat the Carolina Panthers at Carolina to officially take them out of the top pick in the draft. And that is it. 5-12 on the season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's how it'll go. That's it. That is the record.